Is it dangerous to communicate with spirits through the Ouija board? This person's
Oh, this is
friend
good.
had contacted something.
This is
but
good. Okay. Ouija
I
board
think it was
contact.
just an
Everyone
animal
wants to know
spirit or
that.
something.
On meditation. Now remind you that the title of this transmission is Ghosts. Now we do not necessarily say this to make you feel spooky or scared, but to simply go through all the different ways
Feels spooky.
in which individuals that are physically alive may experience what they perceive to be ghosts. So we will start with the idea that is more traditional, in the sense of a spirit that is capable of lowering its vibration enough to be perceived by the senses of the living, that you typically refer to as a ghost, a spirit, when it appears in your world, in your reality. The idea being that spirits who pass over, as you say, who die, who transition, may not always go all the way for a variety of reasons. Some may have unfinished business on earth. Some, because of their belief systems, may not have had a particular expectation or assumption of what they would experience in the so-called afterlife, and thus be a little bit confused about where they are. Some even may not even know they're dead and are wandering, looking for reasons why no one can hear them or see them. But now and then, either due
Sounds like
to
torture.
a lowering of their vibrational frequency, sort of similar to the idea of invisible ultraviolet light lowering its frequency to become visible as part of the visible spectrum of light, going down into violet and blue and so on and so forth. If they lower their frequency, they may become visible to those in the physical realm, or those in the physical realm may have enough sensitivity to perceive that spirit, even though it may not always be visible to everyone. But for some reason, they are still closely connected energetically to the physical realm of Earth, due to some of the reasons we have said or other reasons, and thus are still in their mind living among you, wandering among you, occupying the old houses, so on and so forth, what you typically refer to as a haunting.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which
Some of
doesn't
that
in
is
any way,
real.
shape, or form have to be malicious. Simply another person in another state, living in a place among the living. But the idea is that in seeing these beings, there is no way without communicating with them to know the reason why they may still be in what is referred to as the lower astral realm, very close to the vibration of physical reality, lowering their vibration enough to be perceived by physical beings. And this is the older and original definition of an exorcist, sort of a spirit psychologist, to communicate, find out why that being is in that state, why they're still lingering around Earth, which doesn't always have to be for a negative reason. Sometimes, when spirits cross over, and they act, in a sense, as guardians, spirit guides, for those who are still living, there may be reasons why they can learn to lower their vibration to interact with the living in certain ways, even to the degree of appearing solid as a living physical being.
Is it dangerous to communicate with spirits through the Ouija board? This person's
Oh, this
friend
is good.
had contacted something.
This is
but
good. Okay. Ouija
I
board
think it was
contact.
just an
Everyone
animal
wants to know
spirit or
that.
something, since it didn't make much sense to the other person.
Let me put it this way. You have certain symbols on your planet that have certain collective definitions attached to them, so to speak. So it's not in general dangerous, but the idea of the way most people in your society think of the Ouija board actually allows them to expand the idea into a more negative vibration, because that's what you bring to it going in for the most part. So, in other words, that you've set yourself up by defining the Ouija board
That makes sense.
as a dangerous instrument.
That makes sense because it makes me think of other symbols that we have, such as I believe I heard that the swastika symbol started off as something positive. Also, the inverted peace sign.
They use that symbol throughout all cultures. India, Africa, I believe China. Throughout all cultures, they use that symbol that became what is known as the swastika. So,
and the pentagram has original meanings that aren't bad, but has kind of become that. So things like that, due to that, even with the original meaning, I don't mess with those symbols just because of what he said, kind of it just became a collective thing where it could potentially, bring in the negative energy because it's been collectively associated with that for so long. So definitely makes sense.
Ideas or things or entities that are less than ideal vibrationally. But it's not because connecting to spirit is dangerous, and it's not intrinsically because of the device that may be used as a permission slip to do so, but because of the definition you've imparted to that device that may lower your vibration and make you more aware of matching lower vibrational entities.
yeah, so that's very interesting because there could be a myriad of reasons that someone wants to experience a lower vibration and act as a ghost. Maybe they made some kind of, pact before their life to, help someone go through some kind of spiritual progression by doing that, making them think certain things, making them feel certain things when they experience them in that state of the lower vibration. It also just could be for them, like they could be, an atheist or something that didn't believe in, a life after death. So that they're just forcing themselves to have an experience where it's almost like nothingness, where they're kind of in between realities. So there could be a myriad of different reasons as to why someone is going to go through that experience to experience that, which is very interesting, very cool. Like you said, it's not meant to be spooky or weird. It's just, another part of all that is, another part of existence, another form of reality that some people experience after they die and move on to the next phase of their reality. And that's why you have to be careful with definitions. If you believe a Ouija board is evil, if you believe, like the number 666 is this ultimate evil, if you believe whatever you want to believe is evil, then that's how you can only perceive it in that way because of your own belief systems, because you create your reality. So whatever you believe is true for you. If you say you can, you can't, you're right either way.
Yeah, I love watching stuff like this because when I see things the same answer coming from different sources, it makes me think, okay, this must be the case, because I read Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton, also Dolores Cannon. They all say these similar things about spirits, and it can almost give you a more positive aspect if you kind of think of it in a funny way, where if these spirits, you see like the ghost shows where they interact, they're like, oh, if you can hear us, make a noise or something, and then you might get all scared if you hear it.
I love those shows.
But yeah, those are really cool. But if you think about it from the ghost side, if they believe that they're just interacting with a normal person, they're like, oh, hey, what's up? And then the person's getting all scared and they're just like, what? Why are you acting so scared? So it could be kind of a funny thing if you think of it that way, to make you a little bit less scared if you are scared of ghosts.
Yeah, I think ghosts, they know that something's going on. I don't think they think they're interacting with a normal person, but, who knows? I mean, if you're lowering your vibration and you're just doing, spooky things, haunting people, whatever, who knows what could happen. But we wanted to bring you guys that information because Bashar is one of the trusted sources that I like to listen to and watch. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram.
See you in the next video.
Thank you.